Good morning, everyone. I'm having a rough morning. Woo, child. But anyway, let me get into it. There's a couple of things I want to discuss. I have been meaning to tell y'all about when I went to the state fair. Here in South Carolina, at 12 o'clock noon, I guess every day, depending on where you are, they play the national anthem. And so I was at the state fair and they started playing the national anthem. And I'm a very observant person, and it was just such a sight to see. It was so interesting because you had your share of white folks there and you had your share of black folks there. And all the white folks stopped in the middle of what they were doing and they grabbed their chest and, oh, say, can you see? I mean, they were just like, they were really into it. You know what I'm saying? And, and then all the black folks just walking around business as usual, minding their business. Even the little black kids running around everywhere. My husband and I and myself, we kept moving. We don't acknowledge the song either. Instead we choose to acknowledge its racist roots. This is South Carolina. South Carolina is one of the first slave ports on the transatlantic slavery route. I mean, there's this restaurant that burned down yesterday on the other side of town in West Columbia called Maurice's Barbecue. And, and people were expressing their sadness all over social media. And, and black people, it's so good to see so many black people in the comments speaking on the racist history of this restaurant. How black people were treated in. I think the year that we came was the year that they took down the Confederate flag off of their restaurants, and that was fairly recent. This is the state where Brittany Pickett, I believe it was in 2018, if I'm not mistaken, climbed on top of the federal building in downtown Columbia and took that racist-ass Confederate flag down herself. It's a very racist state. I promise you I got a point here. My point is, when we think about that rally that Trump held the other day, a couple days ago, and we see how aggressive, more and more aggressive they are becoming, a little more each day. And I mean, we are being met with racist aggression. We are. Instead of wearing white hoods, they are wearing red caps. They are racist to their core. And I am not someone, mind you, that matches energy. I don't believe in matching energy because most people, just at the end of the day, when you get to be this age, you start to understand that you need your energy for real battles, the real fights ahead. Social media is not where I choose to fight those battles because the racists that crawl along in our comments like roaches, they don't really have any power. The only power that they have is the power that you give them. And I give them none. I am not going to lower myself to argue with a racist in the comments. It's not going to accomplish anything. They're not going to change my ideology, my core beliefs, and I'm not going to change theirs. It's kind of a moral person trying to have conversation with a moralist person. I'm not going to do it. That's what this vote is about. A lot of people think that it's political, and yes, political is always political. But this vote is a moral vote. It is a moral vote. At this point, everybody knows what kind of person Donald Trump is. And at this point, if you are voting for him, you cannot hide from the fact, run from the fact, or deny the fact that your ass is a racist. I ain't arguing with no racist. I'm not doing that. But in real life, again, I don't match energy. But if I have to deal with you, I'm going to climb over your energy. That's still not a match. If these people have the right to be racist and out loud, and if they want to do that, then I have the right to be an out loud, proud anti-racist. I will overwhelm your racist energy. I will call a thing a thing. I say this to say, do not be afraid to call a racist what they are. Speak the truth of the matter. When you are afraid, when you hesitate, whether it's because you want to be polite or you don't want to start anything or you don't want to seem like you're being a victim, because isn't that what they do whenever you call out their racism? They will call you a victim, they will call you a race baiter, or they will call you a racist for pointing out their racism. Don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype. That is the job of an anti-racist. Being an anti-racist is not always going to be comfortable. In fact, it's not most of the time. But being an anti-racist is righteous. And know that when you are calling out a racist, you are being righteous. And righteousness deserves to be heard. It should be loud. It should scream. It should elevate itself. It should drown out all of the other things around it. It should be the loudest thing in the room playing at any given time. And that's why you shouldn't be afraid to get loud. I don't care if you in the grocery store, the line at the grocery store. I don't care if you at Walmart. I don't care if you at your job. In HR. I don't care if you're in the HR office. I don't care if you're at the PTA meeting. I don't care if you at church. I don't care if you're sitting around that table for Thanksgiving or Christmas dinner. Make them as unbearably uncomfortable as they are attempting to make us. Make them uncomfortable. Get uncomfortable. Don't be afraid to do that. If you are an anti-racist, be an anti-racist. If racism affects you as a black person or some other person of color, say it. Be loud. Be direct. Don't back down. They sure aren't. And I got to tell you, that's one of the things that I do not like about those Dems as an independent. Stop being politically correct. Sometimes you just got to call some shit what it is. And if it's racist and if they are racist, you got to say it. Don't let them be uncomfortable. Don't let them be comfortable. Don't let them feel righteous in their hate. Call it out for what it is. Say it. You are a hateful racist. Say the truth. Speak the truth. Speak it into the universe. Speak it. Say it. The truth is righteous. If they want to be a racist, label them as such. Be loud. Be aggressive. Be anti-racist. Even if you're afraid, even if you got that lump in your throat and those butterflies in your stomach, fight past it. Weaponize the truth. Truth is a powerful weapon. It really is. And in the real life, most people can't deal with it. They will run from it. They will hide from it. They will back down eventually. I promise you that they will, because that's what the truth tends to do. To the unrighteous, to the not righteous. Just keep getting louder with the truth. And they will never, ever fuck with you again. And that is the truth. Y'all have a good day.